Oh, welcome back, everybody. What are we doing? Oh yeah, the bow and arrow. That was embarrassing.
All that coin. Over here.
Ow.
Back. They're gone.
None of these are very good for what I'm trying to do, except for piercing volley, which is great for what I'm trying to do, except it's not a fated choice, so we'll go with perfect shot.
The deadliest bow of all.
Alright, what do I have to give up to get a chaos boon? I think that's fine. In fact, this will test me a theory, because I'm not 100% sure. Does chaos count towards family favorite? I think he does, but current damage bonus is 25%, so let's see if that goes up to 30.
Lately, son of Hades, I have sensed what I would call a sort of shift within your father's residence. Did something noteworthy occur, perhaps? Respond.
Master Chaos, it's Persephone, my mother. She's returned. She's chosen to return. So, things feel different, certainly, with her around, although I didn't feel any sort of shift.
You may not sense these shifts as I. The lightness of this space bends and adjusts with time. What you describe, it must have been the cause. I trust the occasion is a welcome one, and I am pleased that you returned nevertheless.
Okay, so taking extra damage but get more health. Cannot collect bloodstone, but my cast is better. My dash is shorter, but I get more money. All of these are pretty bad. Excuse me, this is literally like, might be one of the worst I've seen. Sheesh, I really don't know. I mean, obviously it's either between numbers 1 or 3. I do not care about extra cast damage at all. So then the question becomes, do I think I'm going to find a lot of money chambers from here until Hades? Or would I rather just get more health? But I've already got like a good bit of health. Blech. And taking more damage is worse than a shorter dash. Alright, we'll do this. I also think I'm overthinking a bunch of bad choices. It really doesn't matter. Keys! Wait, do I already have 30 keys? Certainly hope not. Okay, good.
Next.
Oh my god, there's more! No. I forget just quite how detrimental having that shorter dash is. Ow. Ow. Oh, we are so screwed.
You're going to love this.
Butterflies.
Oh, Zhang, what happened last time, man? It seemed like you were rather close, but then we couldn't see you anymore from here, and now you're back? Well, give another go.
Okay, strong drink. I'll take it.
Strong stuff.
And I forgot to check. Did chaos count? No. Oh, well, technically, okay. That would make sense, because right now I'm still cursed by chaos. So I don't actually have the chaos boon yet.
One's rearming. Feeling stronger.
Excuse me. Ugh. You know what? I have a level 4 Deadly Flourish, and my Chaos Boon is about to change to get me more gold, so usually I don't take these rooms. There's one of the rare occasions where I will. Ugh.
My Chaos Boon evolved a new effect.
So let's see if this actually works.
I'll just take that.
No, wait. Huh? I honestly don't know if that was working or not. And my current damage hasn't gone up any. Yeah, I know you guys can't see me, but I have a very puzzled look on my face right now.
More long spears.
Ah, crap. Okay.
On my authority. Who should I give this to?
I heard a fish. Aha. That's 2, 3. Hiya.
Huzzah! Sure, why not?
I think I've mentioned before, the bobber will only bob a maximum of 3 times before triggering for real. That's not good. Oh, come on, you stupid traps.
Enough.
Nice.
Oh, and a nectar.
Darkness.
Do I have a Hermes boon already? I do. Ah, forget it. I don't need more gold. Oh, thank.
Did Daedalus himself?
Perfect.
do all of this?
And greater reflex. Huzzah.
Moving right along.
And there's a giant thing. Oh yeah, and I have a strong drink. This is... That could not have gone better. I have 340 health. That's a lot.
A challenger?
Theseus, before you flap your ghostly gums at me again, I'd like to hear from good Asterius this time. He almost never gets a word in thanks to you.
The king speaks for the both of us, short one. Though if you wish to hear me say something to you, I will oblige.
And I too shall oblige. That is, oblige my trusty spear, which yearns to penetrate your soft and vulnerable, altogether pallid flesh. Now die! You truly think you shall withstand our unsurpassable bullhorn technique? Ah, yes!
I got greedy, very greedy.
Hold, you monster! You have a lot of nerve, Hellspawn, but little else.
Ah, God. I'm not timing my attacks right.
To see us fight, thank you!
Would be my pleasure.
No, Asterius!
You're next, king.
Prepare yourself. Try all you like. Olympians, I call upon your aid. Swear I'll get you yet.
and no great full courage. Why, you!
I don't know why I love the word blackguard.
They say to never meet your heroes.
Blackguard.
Must be something I can do with this. Happy to entertain you, Shades.
I am still sad that chaos does not count towards family favorite. I'm trying to think what it's called. Even though I was just looking at it. Okay, so who don't I have? Do I have an Ares boon? Yeah, I do. I have Aphrodite, Artemis. I don't have Athena. Oh, I don't have Zeus. Yeah. Zeus or Demeter.
I'm out of here. Thank you. Gods grant me a swift satyr sack.
Alright, I need 1,200 gold.
Here goes.
Sorry, I don't know if you heard that, but I'm busy sneezing. Excuse me, and burping. Sneezing and burping. The close quarters of this last region is really bad for the bow. That'll work.
That's one big satyr.
Ah.
Got you.
Dude, I can't. This is literally the worst. I'm losing my effing mind. Ah! Calm down. That'll help. There we go. Now we got it. There we go. Jesus. That was a nightmare. I think that was the worst thing I've ever seen. Holy crap.
My brothers Hades and Poseidon once fought bravely by my side. You know that, don't you, nephew? We prevailed against the Titans and established law upon the earth. Your father then descended to the land of death, and we've not seen much of each other since.
Okay. So we go get the lightning
I
reflexes.
feel all tingly.
That was so bad because my whole build is about tagging one guy and then hitting him. But there were so many enemies that it was impossible to make sure, like, it just auto locks. So like there's no way I could have tagged who I wanted to. It was just hitting the little rats over and over again. And the rats spawn as long as that guy's alive. So like there's no, usually the strategy in that sense is, in that scenario, is alright, well you kill all the little guys and then you can focus on the big guy, but the little guys just keep spawning as long as he's alive. So that was, and it's all because I'm playing a specific strategy. Like if I was doing any other kind of strategy, it would be no problem.
Had quite enough
That was
insight.
insane. I've never had that happen.
Maybe it's in here.
See, the room is so tiny that like I'm only getting half of the my special. Only half of my special is connecting. There we go.
Vermin.
There we go. Just notice I wasn't even trying to tag any of them. I was just using my special like normal. That was lucky. Lucky assist from the traps. Dang, that's a lot of gold.
I'll take this one.
So what I like to do after buying the resource with the diamond or the Titan's blood, whatever it is, if I have any extra gold, oh yeah, oh, never mind, I already talked to him. I'll just start at the bottom and work my way up this list. Start at the cheapest. Yep. And then just keep going up. Oh, nice. A faded choice.
Maybe it's in here.
Just really hoping to not have to do another tunnel. See, like, I'm stunning him, but I'm getting no damage in. It's just taking forever. It's like 2, maybe 3 arrows. Supposed to be, what, 10? Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'm scratching. Okay. You gotta be careful of those little, look like little tree roots. Will start spitting out poison mist if you stay in there long enough.
Back.
I don't know why I'm groaning. I knew that was going to happen. Ah, come on, man. I just want this to be over at this point.
Good, come on in. Poisoned.
Oh, it shall be my pleasure.
Okay. I was kind of just thinking, like, I mean, it's good pacing on the game's part.
Hope this can get me out of here.
If I
Gotta
get
find
very
something for
frustrated at
Cerberus.
the third region, and then even more because of all the... I get very frustrated at the third region because of the enemies that can respawn over and over and over again. But then I get even more frustrated at the fourth region because it's all luck-based as to how long it goes, and all the poison. See? Poison.
Cured. I'm rich.
There we go. Thank
good.
you.
Cerberus just loves whatever this stuff is.
And there's the Heartbreak Strike. Look at that. Just in time to not get the duo boon that I've been hoping to get this entire time.
Now for a chat with Cerberus. Want something to eat, boy? Huh?
One of the best things to do with this build is you get the Artemis special and the Aphrodite attack, and then you get their duo boon, which makes it so your critical strikes deal even more damage, extra damage, when you hit a weak foe. And since your attack gives weak, and then you're on a special right after you attack, it's great. You deal so much damage.
Pleasure doing business.
Looks like we meet again, dearest, here among the foul detritus of the boatman's wares. You
Now there's-
truly take me to the best of places.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt. Now, there's still a chance I could get it right now. Darn. There's currently a cat using my toes as a little head scratcher. I don't know if you can hear her. Okay. Get the beta choice.
Break some hearts.
I didn't even really look at what the other ones were.
Cerberus agrees the Satyr Sack must be destroyed.
I can go. Hate to keep you from your parchment work.
Huh. Confronting you like this. It's different now. Still, it is a responsibility just as before. There is to be no escape from my realm. Ultimately, I must see to that myself.
That's the spirit, Father. As for me, I find the candor of our interactions here to be rather refreshing, I must say. Especially the interactions between my weapons and your physique. You're tough, but you're an easy target.
And you are scrawny, though slippery, blast you. All that pent-up rage behind your smiling words. Come, unleash it once again.
Oh, sure.
To the death.
Sorry, I thought that was it.
Darkness. Already begins to coddle you.
Last I checked, princes were meant to be coddled.
Ah, thank you for the information there.
Sure thing.
Boy.
Ugh,
Darkness.
that was embarrassing.
You're going to love this.
Bam!
You cannot sway me, boy.
Finished.
No, we are not.
We are not finished.
Let's go.
Agrias.
Just leave it to me, dearest.
There we go.
How did you accomplish this? Well done, boy.
Goodbye, Father. By my father's name.
That's 10 in a row. It's Catholete. There you go. Look at that. 10 in a row.
shuddered when I picked this up. What lurks in the waters of the surface? Come on out. Another bass, huh?
I was about to say, I think that's the third bass in a row I've caught on the surface. If only I were that lucky in real life.
Thus, having once more gained at the surface of his grim-faced father's realm beneath the earth, resourceful Zagreus makes his way toward the one-time abode of radiant Persephone. It is a journey of considerable distances, which he has already completed many times, and which has always ended in the same result. So, imagine he made it there with just time enough to water the crops and tidy up a bit before...
So yeah, now there's no more walking on the surface. You just escape and immediately assume that he meets the same grim fate he always meets. And we end up back here.
I'm sure Mother's cottage is perfectly fine.
It's great. I love how they've made a, I'm gonna call it an excuse. They've made a reason for you to continually perform the same actions over and over and over again. And then you think to yourself, well, wait, if you're just playing the same game over and over, isn't that boring? But then they turn right around and make it so that every attempt is different.
I knew you.
More to be done.
It's great. I love this game.
What is it with the generosity lately? Look, I'll just stash this with the rest if you really don't have a better thing to do with it than dump it off on me.
Hey, that's an idea. One of these days or nights, we'll have enough of this stuff to throw a feast to make all of Olympus jealous.
So between us, all you're attempting to break out of here, over and over, you're now authorized to keep that up? Exposing weaknesses in underworld security, huh?
Excuse me?
Something like that. I guess I've gotten pretty decent about escaping from a place that's known for being inescapable. Lets me keep in touch with the other side of the family. Work with you from time to time.
I have to say, I never thought I'd hear you talking about looking forward to working, Zag. You feeling all right? Spending too much time on the surface, maybe?
Oh, I'm feeling fine. I never thought I was much good at anything, but if my fated purpose is to be a master of frustrating father's efforts to make everything strictly perfect, I think I'm okay with that.
Well then, I'll be looking forward to working with you in a more official capacity, even if we're still supposed to keep it all under wraps, for sake of appearances. See you out there.
Bye, Than.
I'm debating whether or not to give him a nectar.
Achilles, did you ever used to pray to the gods? Make offerings to them and such back when you were alive?
Prayed mostly to my mother, lad. I always had my doubts the gods were listening, that they could even hear. Though I suppose that if you make an offering, they might be so inclined, just for the moment anyway. They're helping much.
They're helping, definitely, sir.
Were you able to make it to my cottage on the surface, Zagreus? I hope my lavender patches are doing all right.
This is kind of actually ironic. I'm in between playing this game and playing Stardew Valley for the first time, so all I can think about is making my own little cottage farm.
I couldn't make it all the way there, Mother. It's like, without your presence on the surface, I'm unable to hang on for very long at all.
Ah, I was afraid of that. Well, don't despair. I placed a charm upon my seedlings there that ought to keep them flourishing well on their own. Your duty now is simply to escape. You keep it up.
I will. Thank you, Mother.
Can do.
Bet you're happy to see Mother home again, huh, boy? Only wish you could have told me about her before.
The hell-born monster Cerberus contentedly ignores the prince's callous, inconsiderate remark.
Hey! Father, all these shades, aren't they going to let on that Mother's back? What if word spreads and the Olympians find out?
You are so well accustomed to defying me that you forget there are no others, either living or dead, who would so dare. None in this house shall speak of this until we are prepared to make any announcements on our own terms.
Sounds like you've got it all under control.
I was holding out to give him the bottle of nectar, but since I can't... Well, let me see who else is here.
May you yet find your muse somewhere out there, my friend.
Just checking to see if I can... Oh, hey, look at this.
We got off on the wrong foot from the start. Just what happens when you're born of Titan blood, I guess. It's for the best we haven't crossed paths much since.
But they're your sisters. I mean, they're family. You must have something in common, some way of, I don't know, seeing eye to eye.
You're more my sister than they are to me, Dusa. I don't always agree with Lord Hades, but I'm thankful that they're not permitted in this house.
Hey, look, I understand. I really do.
Here, you can have these, Shep.
Alright, that's enough keys.
Don't be serious.
Seriously.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give it to Skelly. Wait, no. I got 2 nectars. So give one here.
What? For me? I can't accept something like this, lad. You know that.
Come on, Achilles, live a little, such as you're able. I won't tell if you won't tell.
We're at like exactly 3 hearts with everybody, yeah. Like... Oh, no, wait. The house contractor. Ooh, extremer measures. So, spoiler, that adds a 4th level of extreme measures. Which, if you remember from a previous video, extreme measures is a harsh condition that makes each boss harder. Level 1 makes the Megara fight harder, or the Fury Sisters. Level 2 makes both the Fury Sisters and the Bone Hydra harder. Level 3, which is all I had up to this point, make the Fury Sisters, Bone Hydra, and Asterius and Theseus harder. Well, this makes all the bosses, including Hades, harder. And I also got some new West Hall stuff. Is it just the rug? Just the rug. I'm still working on the lounge, so I'll wait and then I'll get that. It's 790. Ugh. That's so much. Just checking to see if there's any little exposition orbs in there. Oh, this is exciting though. I can finally unlock this.
Let's be the last of them.
And now I have access to God's Pride, which increases the chance for boons to be epic, or God's Legacy, which increases the chance for boons to be legendary or duo if possible. And here's the best one. Fated Authority and, what is it, Fated Persuasion? Fated Persuasion, I'll go over first because I'm never going to use it. Oh, no, that's the one I do want to use. Sorry. Fated Authority is the crappy one. It makes it so I can change the rewards of the next chamber randomly. Randomly alter the reward for the next chamber. 1 die roll, we'll call it. 1 total chances per rank. Up to like 8, it's a lot. But Fated Persuasion's much better. It randomly alters the boons or Well of Charon choices. So, specifically that first one. It makes it so that, like, for instance, if I'm really trying to get Aphrodite's attack, like that last run, and I didn't get it the first time, well, I could have used my Fated Persuasion roll to re-roll, as it were, and try again. You get 3 fresh ones. It is good. Alright, but what are we doing here? And then this is also like, if you're trying for a specific duo boon, then you go with this. If you're not, then you go with this. And that's all spelled out on my little cheat sheet that I've been posting in the descriptions. Which builds would prefer God's Legacy over God's Pride? Most of the time I go with God's Pride. Excuse me. Back that up. Most of the time I go with God's Legacy. Just because duo boons are pretty good no matter what build you're in. Like, you can maneuver a duo boon in your favor. So like God's Legacy is kind of my default. Anyway, so here's what I'll do. I'll do this right here, or this, depending on, it's kind of 50-50, but this right here is kind of like my default setup. Actually, that's not even true. Sometimes I'll go with high confidence. In fact, maybe I should start trying to do that. Now I'm thinking out loud. Yeah, all these other ones are useless. Dark Regeneration is the only one I use when I'm doing an escape attempt that has already gotten all the bounties, because this heals you every time you pick up darkness, and if you are doing an escape attempt on a particular weapon or heat that already has all the bounties, then you get darkness instead of diamonds and Titan's Blood and whatnot. So this makes it so you basically, no matter what happens, this plus the fountain at the end of every boss basically means you start every region at full health, because you get so much darkness from the boss plus the fountain that you end up just massively healed. So I will do that. And then what's that one to do again? Oh yeah, useless. I mean, it's not useless. It's good when you're playing. There's like a build that does, oh, the Aspect of Arthur, that's what it is. Don't worry about that. Anyway, maybe it's time to start building up the high confidence. Not exactly sure. Alright, I think I want to finish Dark Foresight first. Gosh, how many of these are there?
Done.
We really do need to be getting more darkness. Alright, let's give a nectar to Skelly. Talk to him.
Hey, now that's what I'm talking about. Thanks, boy, yo. Won't forget you doing me a solid like this. Cross my heart.
No need to thank me, mate. But don't you dare forget it, or I'll attack you repeatedly and without mercy.
Hey, you're getting pretty strong there, pal. Though I am being paid to tell you that. But not being paid to not tell you that last part.
I have to ask you something, mate. What do you even need the pay for, anyway?
That, pal, is nobody's business but my own. Besides, it's impolite discussing money all the time. Now back to beating me to powder.
We need 5 more Titan's Blood, and I only have 2. I think we stick with the bow until we get heat. It was 3, right? Because isn't this also heat 3? Yeah. So we just stick with this until we get it past heat 3 with it. And I'll get back. I took that picture last time of the harsh conditions I haven't beat yet, so we'll take a look at that. But we will do all of that, see if I can get by with the bow again next time. So until then, stay safe.